Anupam Gopi Mataji, you are here? Yes, Mataji, please. So as Prabhuji mentioned, Vrishabhanu Nandini Mataji had always this spirit, that missionary spirit we can see. So on one hand, she was giving a very helping and friendly hand to her friends. On the other hand, with brahmacharis, with me and many other forums, she was having this missionary spirit of spreading the message of Krishna consciousness. Yes, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. So many devotees are sitting, they have so many more experiences with her, but what I had is very little, but it's very, close to my heart. So I thought she is involved in so many services, so many people are connected with her. So I want to share a few incidents in my life. I came to Pune in 2012 and I stayed with Shankar Pandit Prabhuji and Yugal Priya Mataji just to see how Pune congregation. Because from Bangalore, everybody was leaving towards Pune. Hemangi Gopi Mataji left, then Manjari Gopi Mataji left, Yugal Priya Mataji left. I said, what is there in Pune? Let me go and see. So I came to Pune and my first visit, Mangalarti, I came to temple and I saw one Mataji sitting in Kunjbihari, that kutir. And she put a white cloth down and her bead bag was white and closing her eyes, distinctly she was chanting. I thought, my God, that Pune impression started from there. So she was the first devotee whom I saw and met. Then I thought, okay, she told me I come from Aund. For me, ABCD, zero, like where is Aund, I didn't know that. Then in 2013, we moved to Pune. From Kunjbihari, then temple construction was going on. We stayed in Ganesh Plaza. So children were small and my Prabhuji used to work in the night, so I could not visit Mangalarti. There's a window in Ganesh Plaza where I used to sit and chant. And I could see till the steps, temple steps. Every day her small tiny car used to come, she used to come to temple. One day I asked, like, why do you come in the car when you're, she said, Aund is very far. So since that time I had a great respect for her. I never seen her missing Mangalarti. Once and twice, that is different. She has a fixed place, fixed position, distinct chanting till she finished 16 rounds. That was, that I thought that kind of consistency I've never seen in anyone. My interaction with her started from Girls' Voice camp we visited twice. And I am from Bangalore and many girls I have interacted. I have a daughter also. But for her it was a big shock. Oh God, devotee children are like this, they dance, they do different, clothing and all is different in camp. So that time onwards we started interacting how current girls are and how our situation was. So she used to tell about her mother pastimes and all, and how the thing how I started liking her is whatever she speaks, like she is in her vyavhar also like that. She used to wear only the dresses which are stitched by her mother, pure cotton, nicely ironed. Even the girls used to get impressed by her dressing sense and all. So Vrishabhanu Nandini Mataji, as Janma Mataji rightly said, Vaishnava never dies. The best thing when I was watching Mataji, she is between Maharaj and Prabhupada. What else one need when they leave their body? So this is wonderful thing. So when this happened, I'm really grateful to Bhadravati Mataji for informing others. We would have not got last darshan also. When I shared this with Rishikesh, he wrote a small poem. First I'll read out that poem because Vrishabhanu Nandini Mataji and my interactions were hours together. We used to sit on that, now wood is kept. We used to sit there and discuss about when she started Girls' Voice. Because her mindset was very simple and these girls are different. So that understanding and talk how outside world is, how college is, and what's going on, they're watching what kind of movies, or everything, she was like not in touch with those things. Then Balotso time, we had lot of interaction. She's at home. That time my children were very close, especially Rishikesh was close with her because they used to have some debate. I think Shankar Pandit Prabhuji remembers. Rishikesh is like, he likes to talk a lot and they used to have. So he has written a small poem and he was saying, he asked me one question. Amma, why it happens that when they're alive, nobody glorifies. When they go, everybody comes and assemblies and so much of decoration and everything. I said, that answer I don't have, but yes, you send whatever you like. So he has written a poem. Is it her absence that pummels our hearts? Or is it her life that inspires countless souls? Is it her humility that shames our hearts? Or is it her gentleness that calms weeping souls? Is it her jewelry that adorns Vrindavan Chandra's heart, or is it her classes that uplifts fallen souls? Is it the compassion and motherly love of her heart, or is it the girl and zeal so abundant in her soul? Is it devotion for her guru so deep in her heart, or is the immense faith in his teaching she kept so deep in her soul? Is it the glorious life of Vrishabhanu Nandini Mataji? I repeat, is it the glorious life of Vrishabhanu Nandini Mataji? Yes, it is. A life that has now returned to the eternal service of Krishna. So this was his poem. And now I feel that I used to, when she came here, myself and Ahobilam Narsim Prabhuji used to go to her place. And one day we both chanted Ram Raksha Stotra and Narsing Kavach. She could remember the entire Ram Raksha Stotra and Maruti Stotra. So later on I said, every day I'll remind you in the evening. So 7 o'clock I used to remind because there was a gap of 1 hour. And then when she went back to hospital, morning whenever I used to come to temple, couple of times I have sent a voice message to her when Aarti was going on and the bells were ringing. So she said, then I stopped it. She said, मुझे message भेजा करो, मुझे मंदिर का आवाज मंगल आरती का अच्छा लगता है. So that was my service kind of a thing. Every day in Mangal Aarti, most of the times I used to send her voice message. I'm praying for you, today this is there, or like that. So, and then, like Mataji mentioned, they were yatra friends. With us, she used to travel to dental camp. For her, eye camp, and for us, it was a dental camp. So we used to travel together, and later on in between, Govind Prabhu's yatra started. So we were in yatras together with her. And one incident I want to share, we were in Jaipur. So we were not getting any accommodation that time. And we wanted to stay to Radha Govindji's temple. And I have seen her suitcase, as Mataji mentioned, very systematic, very organized. Even her clothes, every dress or sari ironed and in each different polythenes. And when we opened our suitcase, it was like everything falling out. So she saw and she was shocked. As Chitralalita Mataji said, messed up. With me, with 2 kids, we were like, chalta hai, anything, dump it and let's go for yatra. But for her, it was with hanger everywhere. And the room which we got, it was near Radha Govind temple. आप हाथ भी लगाओगे तो किलो भर dust निकल आएगा. And we were like, Mataji, is it okay? Can we stay here? She said, yes, we'll stay here only because it's very close by. And that time she was on 1 liter milk. That I can never digest, that how she survived, so much of strength she had. Then Radha Govind temple, we used to get prasad. She used to always share with us. Every time when we are walking, her realizations were so deep, so thoughtful. As many of us discussed, I have never seen her negative about anyone. इंसान है तो थोड़ा बहुत, that is different issue. But never negative, किसी के बारे में बुरा बोलना या ऐसा कभी नहीं था. She was very, very adjusting with children. She never had children, but इनका हल्ला गुल्ला, इनका fights and all, she enjoyed that. सबसे अच्छी बात मुझे क्या लगती है कि when she used to conduct small children program in Kirtan in Balaji, she used to make sure every child, when they have a birthdays, they should get a card. And on that, she used to write it. So she used to give this writing part to our Vaishnav Home Science girls. सिर्फ लिखने के बाद she sent it back and she said, ऐसे थोड़ी देते हैं, उसको border भी बनाना चाहिए और उस पे थोड़े balloons, flowers होना चाहिए. वो देख के बच्चों को खुश हो जाएंगे. I was like, how does it matter? लिख के दे दो, सामने वृंदावन चंद्र है. But she was very particular. मतलब बच्चों को क्या interest है, बड़ों को कैसा अच्छा लगता है. So for me, the last interaction with her was next to Ram Navami. After Ram Navami, she called up and we had a talk. And after that, thanks to Yugal Priya Mataji and Shobhatra Mataji, myself, Bahubalam Narsim Prabhu, we went there. We had a very good yatra, Mansik yatra. And when Mataji was telling, जोर से बोलो, Radhe, Radhe, so she used to start Radhe, Radhe. And Shobhatra Mataji took her hands and made her clap like this. And as Bahubalam Narsim Prabhuji said, there were 2 drops of teardrops. And then she asked, do you remember Maharaj? Then her dialogue was so prominently, of course, like that she said at least 4 or 5 times. We never expected that suddenly she'd leave us and go. So हम लोग तो आते समय कार में planning चल रहा था. Yugal Priya Mataji was asking, what should we do now? Shall we move her here or with relatives place? So कैसे चलना चाहिए? It is so unpredictable. Like we are sitting here and suddenly something happens. We lose them. So her services, her interactions. This is the second time I'm speaking. First, Sridhar Krishna Prabhu. He was also very much with girls. सब कुछ लड़कियों के लिए मैंने बोला था, स्टेज भी बनवाया उन्होंने. अभी वृषभानु नंदिनी माताजी, she was Kavita Sunita. Kavita was going through lot of problems in her life, health issues. तो कविता को बार बार आयुर्वेदा के बारे में उसको ट्रीटमेंट का पूरा आई टेक द रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी शी इज टू टेल. लड़कियों को कुछ भी चाहिए फाइनेंशियली आई एम देयर. नॉट ओनली दैट बट देयर इज अ बिग मेंटल सपोर्ट फॉर मी एंड शी वाज लाइक अ फैमिली मेंबर विथ अस. इवन माय चिल्ड्रन, माय प्रभु जी, वी ऑल वर लाइक कुछ भी जानना है तो प्रभु जी को बोलते थे कि यू बुक फॉर मी. एंड एज राम सेवक प्रभु जी मैंशनड, हर डाउट्स आर वेरी टाइनी फॉर अस. वी फील कि इतना छोटा छोटा डाउट कैसे आ सकता है. बट शी वॉज सो सिंपल. व्हेन आई वेंट टू हॉस्पिटल, वो मंजन से मांझ रहे थे. मैं उनको देखते रह गया, मंजन से दांत घिस रहे ये ज़माने में भी. एंड देन डिवोटीज में करते कुछ, रात को सोने से मैं कोकोनट ऑयल, पर्टिकुलर, वेरी पर्टिकुलर अबाउट हर फ्यू थिंग्स. मैंने उनसे पूछा, माता जी इससे क्या होने वाला है? फ्यू थिंग्स माई मदर यूज टू डू. देन शी सेड, जिस रूम में वो थे इनिशियली, सेम बेड पे उनकी मम्मी भी थी. तो नाइट एक बार रात को उनको बहुत तकलीफ हो रही थी. आई डिडंट नो होम टू कॉल अप. शी टोल्ड मी दैट माउशीज नेम आई फॉरगॉट. यू कॉल हर, शी वॉज सर्विंग माई मदर ऑल्सो. मतलब किसी को, एंड कभी रिपेंट नहीं रहा कि मुझे क्यों कैंसर हुआ, अरे 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 मैं तो भक्त हूँ, या फिर कुछ भी ऐसे मुझे बहुत पेन हो रहा. नेवर. शी मेरे पैर हैवी लग रहे, दैट्स इट. सो एज माता जी सेड कि किसी को थोड़ा भी लगता है तो हम कितने ब्लेम करते हैं. सो दैट्स अ बिग बिग लॉस फॉर अस because she was very intelligent and she know how to communicate. She was connected with so many devotees. So I pray at the lotus feet of Vrishabhanu Nandini Mataji, whatever she has spent with us, with so many devotees, so many girls, at least what she expected from us, we'll try to come to that mark. And thank you Tulsi Prabhu and Damodarati Mataji and the team for arranging this program. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Anupam Mataji. Now I request Shamami Mataji and then Kirti Krishna Prabhu to be ready.